Porsche's slowing up in front, and that's because the car on the left. Oh my god! So this guy right here. Sorry, put him in. This guy right here is David Pittard.
Hello!
Now you guys might not recognise that name because he's not a Formula 1 driver. I can't make fan art out of him. Actually, you can. I would love to see it. Sorry, Davey. But instead, he is a super accomplished GT driver. In fact, this year, he won the Nürburgring 24 Hours alongside his teammates at Fricadelli Racing Team and currently holds the
NLS
race lap record around the Nürburgring, which I think we can agree is fairly impressive. But I'm not here to be David's hype man, although I am a little bit. And given that me and David are going to be sharing the same piece of racetrack soon as part of the NLS, of course, us driving in our glorious Bilstein 330i, I thought it would be a good idea to see how David handles traffic and the best way to react to it. I mean, I am, as you can see here, the world's best driver. My mum genuinely bought me this. Isn't she cute? Oh, and there he is! That is an unfortunate place to pause the video, but if you guys don't know, David put up on his YouTube channel, which I'll link down below in the description, a video of him passing 54 cars in a lap at the Nordschleife. It's insane, and I think we should watch it together. So the car we're on board with now, with old Davey, is the BMW M6 as part of the SB9 or GT3 class at the Nürburgring. And this is the fastest class of cars, so it's our job to get past as many cars as possible, already knocking off 3 cars before we get down towards T1. Porsche in front of us as well. You can see already David looking for a wide line to try and cut back and get back inside his car as quick as possible. Now we've got a GT3 Nissan in front of us. We're going to try and follow them through the traffic here, and it's vital when you're going through traffic as the faster class to be as clear and decisive as possible. No half moves. So already we're making our intention known. Hanging to the right hand side of the course. Car slow on the inside there as we weave between 2 cars. Car slow on the inside. We're going to lock that GTR behind the Gitty Tyres car, and now we're going to get past this 3 Series as well. Really nicely handled there by David. Cars were 2x2, both of them fairly slow, but we found the fastest way through. Car off there to the right hand side. You might have to go back and watch that again quick. As we now come on to the back straight of the GP circuit, past another car, past the Clio. And now we go up through, up to the fast left, right. One more car done. Trying to get as many cars done as possible for this chicane. It's very, very fast in a GT3 car. You see we're behind a Cup car as well here, struggling to find its way through the cars effectively. And already, bam, up the inside. So decisive. I love how these guys are now. Now coming up to the first corner, I think it's just Speed Smith's curb now. You can see this Astra on the inside does something. I'm going to actually go back and watch this. Does something you're not meant to do. And you can see a little shake of the head there from Davey as well. We're going to go back and watch that again. But when a GT3 driver, our job is to get through this traffic as quick and effectively as possible. So we're trying to look for the gaps that exist. Right now that gap's on the inside. And that gap kind of goes away here as the guy in the Astra in front turns in quite late. Does eventually get to the apex. So if you're on the apex here, it seems that he's following his line, which means that he's then going to be going out to the outside of the course as his line would dictate. But the Astra here tries to be helpful. No indication there, first of all. You can. It's actually a rule at the Nürburgring if you are letting someone through to indicate. It's not really a proper rule at the Nürburgring, but when you are letting someone by, you have to indicate. It makes things a lot safer. Astra doesn't do that. You can see it gets a bit flustered seeing a GT car in his mirrors and just tries to get out of the way. That's the space David was going to go into because, like everybody else, he thought the car was going to go out to the outside line and give him a space on the inside. But that didn't happen there, so it held us up there. We had to get back on the brakes. Shake of the head there from David, and but it's one of those things. It just happens. But really good job of David there to be aware of what was going on. Now we're going through Hatzenbach, really fast part of the course here, and look how these GT3 cars handle this. So much speed through here. It's insane to me how these cars can just carry this through here. You think you're being a hero in the BMW through here? In this, it's just another level. So we've got a Cup car in front making their way past a 325. We're now right up behind this Porsche. We'll try and get by it as quick as possible because obviously we've caught this guy. Even though he's quick in a straight line, we are quicker through the corners. We need to find a way by through. Now, Porsche's slowing up in front, and that's because the car on the left, I mean, just about going to squeeze through on the right-hand side there. This is the most replayed part of the video, and I think for good reason. Let's watch it back in slow-mo. You can just see up ahead, though, the cars are slow. The car we're going to go 3 wide with is now currently all the way over to the left-hand side of this very slim section of circuit coming up towards the flue plaques. The Porsche indecisive, gets off the throttle. David does not. Full throttle onto the grass there. Fully committed. Little bit of hesitation there from the TC, and then through he goes, back up to racing speed. Just another lap of the Nürburgring. Now we're going to get up to near VMAX in this car. You can hear David just hovering on the throttle, trying to find the chance to get back on full gas and get through to the outside here. And through this really fast corner, 260 k's through there. That's insane speed through there. Late on the brakes, round the outside of the 2 Series. Thank you very much. And now down towards the flue plats. And I don't know how many cars there is so far, Joey. I'd love to have a counter on screen if you haven't got one already. But it's insane how this is it's just traffic. It's just stuff that's in the way that has to be dispatched quickly. Up towards the hill now. Oh my God. The closing speed down there. I can tell you how narrow that is from real life experience, and just sending a car up there, that confidence is mad to me. 4 more cars in front. Another car done. GT car up ahead, so I think it's another SB9 car. You can also see our good friend Rebel Tree. Hello. No one waves, it's only me. What is that? That's an old R8 in front, KTM on the right, past KTM, and past the R8. Just carrying the speed, all in corner exit here. So confident. You see the car on the left there actually indicated. We'll go back and watch that again quick. Watch the left indicator there of this car. Just a little flash to say, mate, you can go from the inside. I'm not gonna turn in. Now it's a little bit wetter on this part of the circuit. You can see spots of rain on the windscreen, but I think where it's just rained previously, so we're on slick tyres. So we've got to be fairly calm through here, otherwise things are going to go wrong. We're going through miss hit miss now. See him missing the inside line altogether. Aston Martin in front, back on the throttle. Thank you very much. Through we go. Now down to the slowest point in the circuit. Even just rolling the speed through there, you can see how much faster these SB9 cars there. Again, the car on the right indicating early. I'm getting out of the way. You do you. Coming down now to Adnau. No traffic for a little bit here. This is where you have to really optimize your lap time if you're driving as a SB9 driver or a car in the faster class. When you have nothing in front of you, you have to be just millimetrically perfect and then try and make sure these guys don't cause too much trouble. Going on to the actual wet line there to pass, and then coming back on to the dry line. Car getting a little bit sideways as it hits the bump through the compression. And now we're going through this long right-hander. Massive full throttle zone now. It's a few corners up here and a lot of traffic. Let's see how David handles it. First of all, 325. Gone before we even know it's there. Sticking to the left-hand side there. You can do that in the slower cars up here. A little bit of brake, a few brake lights up ahead, so it's getting a bit bunched up. GT4 car on the right, already dispatched. We are, again, full gas at the moment. Cayman on the right as well. Sees us coming, very nice. Is this guy on the right going to see us coming? Oh my God. Now, full disclosure, I have seen this video before, but there are things that I have forgotten, and that was one of them. So, the reason why this is mad for me is for this overtake here, the gap doesn't exist until now, until he's in it, basically. That is mad to me, the commitment and just the trust of the other driver there. Back up the speed, past the TCR car, a couple more cars in front of him. Now we are coming up to the carousel, which is very much a 1 car at a time through there. So our goal, I think, is the SB9 car is to get past these cars as quick as possible. We've got 2 cars overtaking each other here. We're going to go to the inside. Don't quite think we're going to get past this Audi. And we're going to go around the outside of it, though. Got one wheel just hooked into the edge there. Really nice. Okay, so that couldn't have really gone much better there from that point of view. But the thing I want to watch back here is, although that lane is taken, David goes around the outside. There's a lot less grip out here, but just keeps one wheel dipped in there to the concrete on the inside. Not as fast as taking it properly, but it hooks the car in. Gives just a bit more cornering speed, especially if there's a car unsure or slow in the carousel itself. You gotta get round. You can't just wait behind it. Getting into the last section of the course now. It's so fast through here. It's very much one line, and to add into the situation, you can see the track is a bit greasy. We're gonna go by 1 car. Thank you very much. Rain there, starting on the windscreen. Not enough to worry about, but enough to just keep in the back of your head. Well, David, though, driving like it's a dry line through here. Important to keep heating those slick tyres at this point. Coming up on a Renault Megane now. Oh! Okay, let's pause it there and go back and try and dissect what happened in that very small moment. So we've got the Megane in front, okay? Now the racing line here is to come back out to the right-hand side somewhat. Not all the way, but to come back out to the right-hand side so you can then dip back in for this left-hander and get a good run through here. The Megane, he's seen us at this point, and I think what he's doing is saying, well... Actually, no, what he's doing is being wholly unpredictable. He's just panicked at seeing this car appear in his mirrors and just gone into the middle of the circuit, which is the worst place possible. He then... So we're hard on the brakes trying to avoid going to the back of him. He then indicates to the right, now. But he's still sitting on the racing line. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And there, that cost David quite a bit of time. In that situation, the Megane definitely hindered us and could have got out of the way in a more sensible fashion. But also keep in mind, and I again speak as someone who has had a GT car come flying up behind them at the Nürburgring. And it happened really quickly, and you sometimes don't spot them until they're right on your bumper. And I think the Megane driver just got a bit flustered there. Did get out of the way eventually, but I think that's going to be a learning experience for the Megane driver, as it was for me as well. But anyway, that passed. Next part of the course now, TCR car, goodbye. Another Porsche Cup car in front. These Cup cars, by the way, similar to a Speed in the SB9 car in a straight line, but in the corners, nowhere near as quick, as you see by us just putting into the back of it now. Trying to find a way through. He'll know we're here at this point. This section, it's a very tricky part of the course, because it is very much one at a time through here, so you have to make sure you're on a line you want to be on. Now, a massive traffic coming up ahead. How are we going to deal with this? What we're doing the inside line, signaling our intention. The M2 does see us there. There's a KTM there as well, and a Cayman in front, so we passed two cars. Can we get the Cayman as well? Cayman goes out to take its line. Nice. So we've just about got through all of them there. And now we go plummeting down the hill into this roller coaster part of this circuit. It's so amazing through. You get just thrown left and right by the camber. Another GT4 car in front. We're going to get by that nice and easy. And a lot of what David is doing here is just signalling his intention to overtake nice and early. Car is on the right-hand side of the course. You can see it in your mirrors. I'm coming through. Will he go for the dive on this 330? He does. 325, he does, but we don't get seen there right to the end. And bear in mind, that car did not have to get out of the way there. David went for a bit of a late move, but the car is entitled to take the room. Now we go on to the back straight, and probably a little bit of a breather at this point. And if I was David, I'd be getting on the radio and saying, like, make sure to watch that one back, boys. That one was all right. But the lap's not done yet. In the draft of the cars in front, look, we've got a few more cars sitting ahead of us at this point. These SB9 cars very quick in the straight line. 270 k's there in the draft of the cars in front of us. Just a bit of a rest, really, for the guys in these cars. On the button all the time, flashing. I'm here. Notice me. Get out of my way. Car's going free wide in front. We're going to follow this Porsche through, and then we're going to try and, I guess, get back on the front. Will we go for him up the inside here? We do. He gets on the brakes. Very nice. Using the aero there of the car to keep it planted to the ground. Coming to the start-finish line now. Two more cars. Are we going to get them? Cayman, yes. Are we going to get this car in front? Not quite. But that there was 54 cars overtaken in one lap of the Nürburgring by this absolute madman, David Pittard. Whilst doing an 822. You see that in the top there? 822.1 whilst overtaking all those cars. That is a mad lap time and an absolutely awesome lap from David. And I very much recommend going to watch this video on your own without me talking over it, because just sit down with a drink and enjoy the masterclass of traffic management at one of the toughest circuits in the world. Hats off, David. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Apologies that you've had sort of two reaction-style videos in close proximity. I try and space them out. I'm just very busy at the moment. When this video is being released, I myself am probably going to be driving around this circuit, albeit not quite as competently as Mr. Pittard. So I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And as always, I've got to say a massive, massive thank you to my channel members and to the Patreons as well. Thank you all so much for supporting me and my channel and allowing me to go racing in real life and do all this mad stuff that I can currently do. So thank you guys so much. Again, go subscribe to David. His channel is in the description below. Take care. Have an awesome day. See you next time.